Well, it's the next day and it's sunny, and man, is that really drying out up there, that corner. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. You can see one little dark spot left, but she's drying, and that's nice. But we're gonna have to do something different with it this year. I think what I'm gonna do is just go up there and just to have a quote-unquote cover crop in it, just hand spread clover, and just be done with it and just skip it entirely. So we got a Farmall H sitting right there. We got a 510 grain drill. It's time to hook them up style. Get some beans thrown in that field. Oh, and just as a little bonus footage, H Turbo, this one's for you. Guy said it's already bypassed. You can see right there, and yeah, that bypass might have crapped out on me. Doesn't look like they did too bad of a job when they did it, but yeah, that switch is entirely taken out of there, and even the, I don't know, the L-shaped rod that goes back, and when you push the clutch in, engages the switch, and it's a safety switch for those of you that don't know. Basically what it does is it forces you to push the clutch in to start the tractor. I've never had to do that. I just make sure it's in neutral. Yeah, that switch is, you know, to keep a guy from brain farting to the point where he runs something over or you in the absence of pushing the clutch in or taking it, making sure it's in the neutral position. But I don't mind at all not having a switch on there. Been a while since I've used this 510. I did have it in the red shed for quite a while, and then I pulled it out. Oh, it's been sitting out probably a couple months. Needs a paint job really bad. It just needs peeled down. Everything's operational on it. Does not have a grass seeder. That, you know, I would probably keep this as a second grain drill and go get me a 5100 soybean special with the grass seeder for alfalfa, clover, stuff like that. Be really nice. That way when I plant clover, I wouldn't have to spread it and use 1.5 to 2 times the seed that you do in a seeder. But anyways, I'm long-winded. I'm gonna get this up on level ground and go for broke. Get that thing loaded up. Right, so what am I planting today? These are, most of you guys call them Hubners. I can't do it. I can't do it. These are early maturing 2-1s. With the Hubners, I've planted 2 6s and 2 1s, and I just got blown at by a deer. She must have fawns back there or something. But anyways, I've planted 2 6s, 2 7s. I think I've even planted 2 8s. Pioneer, I've planted 34s. And but I got those in, you know, 2.5 weeks ago, and that's a lot of growing time. So yeah, that's what I'm planting today. You can see this year I went with the untreated seed, and this is the 3rd year in a row I'm putting soybeans in this field. So most of what needs to be in the soil is in there. I did put some inoculant in with it anyways, just for insurance sake, cheap insurance. So let's go, let's throw some beans down. I never go more than, I don't know, 20, 30 yards before checking my openers. And every one of them's dropping seed, so that's a good thing. 7-inch spacing. Some people plant them on 15s. I've seen 30s. I like the 7 better because you get canopy faster for weed control. And let's go, let's grow. Yeah, just putting along in second gear. They're calling for rain at 3 o'clock. It's about 11. And I think we're going to time this out just right. Should have good emergence, really good emergence by the weekend. This ground is really, really warm. Room temperature soil. And oh yeah, we're drying out real nice up here. I knew it would. But we're not going to go through it. For obvious reasons. People, oh yeah, mud your beans right in. It's like, no thanks. Once you get your openers clogged, I mean, they don't drop properly. They clog up and it'll drop like 5 beans at once. 10 beans at once. Year that's all planted, but it flooded, like I said in yesterday's video. The river come right up through the woods and almost ran right into the field, basically overflowed into it. So yeah, it happens. Throttle up, regulators mounted up. plant soybeans 1 inch deep in the ground, not 2, not 2.5, not 3, 1 inch. If you're gonna make a mistake on depth, you're better off making a mistake on the shallow end of things. One other thing I wanted to tell you, if you're looking for a grain drill, international type, I got the drag chains, okay, and they do okay, but you really want the press wheels. You do, for, again, uniform emergence. Pack them in, lightly pack them in. You don't have to pound them in with a sledgehammer, but yeah, I got the double disc opener on this, which is nice, but I don't have the packing wheels. My next one will have a grass seeder and the packing wheels. Regulators mount on up. Did you notice I added a word in there on? Let's go, let's step up our game just a little bit and go third gear. Yeah. There we go. Now I got plenty of seed, so I'm not leaving holes on these corners. I'm actually doing a Yui and throwing extra seed in the ground. So, yeah. Rain clouds coming. We got about 15 minutes probably. Soybeans. This isn't corn. There's really no precision to it necessarily. I go through with the grain, with the soybean, floating soybean head. You get flat ground like this, it's nice because you got about 2-inch shoe underneath that head, and I don't know what you call it, a shoe. But then you just float it and go. Pick your beans. Pick and choose your battles. Yesterday I said cold mulching was my favorite thing to do. Plant. Cold mulching second. And that's what I have left. About 6 units. And I did have some seed from last year that I think will plant just fine. That is treated. That is also a Hubner 21. The difference is it's just treated, so emergence and maturity rate will be the same. So yeah, there you go. Now off to the other field. Oh, my knife.